Hello everybody and welcome to Nonna Luciana's home. I'm Nonna Luciana and I'd like to introduce myself to my new followers. I'm half Italian, half Lebanese, and I live now in Sweden. I love traditions with all the emotions that tradition gives to me. My way of communication with you is the strong passion I have for food, the understanding of different cultures, and my love to experiment different flavors. Today's dish is Kibbeh Batata, which is the Lebanese variety of shepherd pie. A layer of savory, juicy fried minced meat, bedded between two layers of creamy, delicious potato puree. So come along and let's start by cooking the potatoes. I've already peeled and washed 2 kilograms of potatoes that I will cut in smaller pieces and put them in my pot. And this is the type of potato that we do puree with. I cut them in smaller pieces to make it easier for me when I'm going to puree them. Add some water, not too much, just to cover the potatoes. And I'll put some coarse salt. I like to salt the water. Put on the lid and put on the heat and my timer, and I think I'll have it for 20 minutes and then check. While my potatoes are cooking, I will prepare a broth that I will use with my delicious minced meat. I will peel a onion. I will also put a carrot, and I don't peel the carrot, I've washed them. I will put some cherry tomatoes. And some parsley like it is. This will make a beautiful broth instead of using just water, plain water. Put some water. So I've added the water and I will add a pinch of salt and let it cook about half an hour. I have here 800 grams of minced meat and 200 grams of chopped onions. I will start by frying the onion. I will add some extra virgin olive oil and a piece of butter. And this again, well, it's a piece of butter Nonna Luciana's recipe. When the onions are translucent, I will put the minced meat. I will fry the meat together with the onion, and I will add some salt, as well as 7 spices, Lebanese 7 spices. This will give a very nice taste to my minced meat, my fried minced meat. On a medium heat, continue frying. Well, it does take a little while to fry the meat. You shouldn't see any more red meat. All the meat has to be brown, and we cannot smell the tasty spices. I will also add a little bit of my broth, of my nice vegetable broth, to my meat, and it will give it a very nice taste and fragrance because of the parsley, the onion, the carrots, and the tomatoes. And I will keep cooking that until all the water has been absorbed. So while this is cooking, I'll take care of my potato puree. So I'll put it on a medium temperature and go on to my potato puree. So I'll bring my potatoes, and I do have this machine to puree. Oh, beautiful. I will go on pureeing until I've used all the potato. When I've pressed all the potatoes, I will add butter, heavy cream, and nutmeg. I will first put the butter while the potatoes are still warm. About 60 grams of butter. And I'll grate my nutmeg directly into the potato. It gives a very nice flavor to the puree. I will also add some white pepper. White pepper is very nice also in the puree. Just a pinch. 1.5 deciliter of heavy cream, and I'll put my gloves on to mix the whole puree. This is quite hot, but I've been cooking so long, so I'm used to it. You can also use a spoon, but I like to feel the food when I'm cooking. And now my puree is quite ready. I will wait until it cools down before I add my last ingredients, which is 2 eggs. And I don't add them now while the puree is very hot because I don't want the eggs to cook. And while it's cooling, I'll prepare the oven dish. So I now prepare my oven dish. It's a 25 centimeters by 35 centimeters. I'll put some olive oil in the bottom. Spread them. Spread the olive oil and put some breadcrumbs. And this is for the puree not to stick to the pan. Or to the tray. And put some on the corners also. So this is ready. I'll just check on my meat. And you can hear it sizzling, so it's quite ready. Now that the potatoes are cooled a bit, I will add the 2 eggs, mix all together, and start with the first layer in my baking dish. And I always like to break the eggs separately in another dish and check that they are okay. I will put 1 layer and then add the meat, and the layer shouldn't be very, very thick. With the spatula, I will even the first layer. And I promise you it's going to be a delicious meal. It is one of our favorites, and I'm sure it will be one of yours. Now to the minced meat. And be generous with the meat. And this will be enough for 8 to 10 pieces. And now I will put my last layer of potato, top it with some breadcrumbs and some olive oil, and then put it in a preheated oven, 225 degrees, for about 40 to 45 minutes. Then you have to check also your oven. I need a very nice golden brown top. Now that my Kibbeh Batata is ready, as I'm none of the house, I will grab a little bite. Oh, together with the Kibbeh Batata, we usually have shredded cabbage salad. And if you want the recipe for that, watch my pizza episode. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Mmm.